Okay. I know we don't want to be here all night long, so if we get started now, even though not everyone's finished, if you don't mind, we'll get going. Mr. Capps, if you're available, start heading this way, sir. First off, I would like to say thank you. Obviously, this is probably our max number of fans, of adults, of family for a sports banquet, honestly. And you guys, that's what you do, you know. Each year this goes on, I keep thinking once we lose this group of kids or these people graduate, our numbers are going to go down for attendance, but they haven't. They've increased. And that's what you guys do. So I just want to say thank you so much for always supporting these kids and showing up in the numbers that you do. It really means a lot to everybody when we're just packed everywhere we go. So thank you very much. I'm going to call Mr. Capps up here, and he's going to start the night off with prayer.
Hey everybody. So Coach, instead of just praying, he wanted me to preach a sermon just to make the night even longer. Just kidding. Hopefully you had good food. So glad to have everybody. I just really appreciate Coach Clark and just setting the tone and his high standards for his athletes and his staff, and also this is his deal. He wants to set the tone spiritually too. We put God first, and I love that. So we're just going to pray and the rest of the night. Wow. Father God, we just thank you for this time. God, we thank you for all the sports, all these student athletes, God, and every staff member that poured so much energy and time and given up time with their families, God, to pour into these students that have performed at high levels, God. I thank you for the standard of excellence that we set here at OK, God. I just thank you for keeping our kids safe. We know there's been injuries, God, and we know but without you in it, God, there would have been way worse. We thank you for the recoveries this year. We thank you for the victories. We thank you for every single moment, God, because it's a privilege, because we know otherwise without you, we wouldn't have the ability to even be able to be here to do these sports and to be a part and come and just to enjoy watching our students after all their hours and weeks and months of preparation to excel on the court and on the field and everything else they've done. God, we just thank you for blessing us. We thank you for everything good in our lives because you're the author of it. We thank you for this time tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Appreciate that, Mr. Capps. Boy, I'm not going to tell a story every time I get up here, but I'm telling you, me looking over here and seeing Coach Mack in this line, when I first started for like the first 15 years, he would just rag on me the whole sports banquet. So he's being nice right now. All right, so hey, our first coach to come up and introduce his players and talk about his team is a first-year guy. His name is Cole Carson. Coach Carson, can you come on up? And after the sports banquet tonight, if anybody needs free golf lessons, free, he said he'll help us all out for free. Right?
Oh yeah. Hello, I'm Cole Carson. I probably haven't met most of you. If I sound nervous, it's probably because I am. I've never talked to this many people at once. But I'd like to thank a few people. Coach Clark helped us get this golf program started. Coach Cagle, all the advice that he's given us. Sorry, really nervous. First off, I'd like to thank you for starting the golf program. Golf is one of the best life teaching lessons games out there. As I tell my students, my players, every time you hit a bad shot in golf, there's always an opportunity to make a great shot. Okay? So with that in mind, they've always had great attitudes. We have a bright future. We're going to have a really good summer program going this year. We're going to roll into next year really well. I would like to thank Logan Shook.
Carson. Next up is Mrs. Caps, Coach Caps for our cheerleading. Next up is going to be Coach Collins. Before I give her the mic, I'll say this. You've probably seen me around the campus or at a game or before some type of event when Coach isn't here or when wasn't there this year. And I'm running around being rude, not talking to anybody, just worried, stressed. When Coach is here, I just walk around like I'm the man with the plan and say hi to everybody. So I really appreciate Coach pulling through and coming here tonight. And I know she's not feeling 110, but she's still helping us, even though she hasn't been present much. She's still all over it, helping us in everything.
If you ran cross country this year, just come on up real quick, and I'm going to talk about you once you get up here, but I just want you up here. So if you ran cross country for the high school this year, just come on up real quick. All right, Mr. Logan Shook. She decided that the guitar was where she needed to be tonight. Ryder Davidson. Brayden Fleetwood. We had a great time at cross country this year. There were a lot of times that we had to go and just like run in the rain, the mud. These kids showed up. They had a great time. I appreciate the time that they put in on their own because with volleyball and baseball going at the same time, it's really hard for us to find time to be with these kids outside of those other sports. And so I appreciate these guys for showing up and putting in the time. And we would also like to recognize Logan Shook for making his second straight state appearance in cross country. Alright, so before we get started with volleyball, season was a little different this year. Had to miss a little bit, not feeling great at times, didn't really know what was going on. Coach Hensley, thanks for filling in. Sorry guys. Probably should have went home because I didn't feel great. Girls, thanks for just keeping pushing through even when things didn't look the same. I appreciate you very much. I want to start with not my letter O's today. I want to start with something just a little bit different. This young lady gives me everything every time she's around. Whatever I ask her to do. When she played volleyball, she gave it 100% every time. And a couple of years ago, she came to me and she said, "Coach, I really don't want to play, but I just want to be a part. What can we do?" And I said, "Just be the manager. And you're welcome in everything. You can be a part of everything. And then you don't have to play if you don't want to." And so I just want to recognize Miss Josie Sanders. Our letter O's here, T, yours has got something on it, so I will get you a new one later, okay? Tegan James. Ayana James. started with newcomer of the year. I did a on that this year. We had a couple of girls who have not started before. They played, but they kind of got just thrown in, and they took it well and came in and just did the best they could do. Kaylee Blackwell and Cheyenne McBath. With season this year, honestly, these could have went any way with any of the kids. And so it was kind of tough. So did it a little different this year. Instead of calling it the co-offensive player and the offensive player and the defensive player, calling them the MVPs of the offense and the defense. So offensive MVP, we have a co on that, Addie Randall. And then our defensive, we have a co on that also, Miss J.D. Berry. And Miss Ian James. And then the Mustang Award, I like to give this out to a student who just comes in and they just work hard. You chew them out. They just look at you and they say yes, and they go on back and they keep working, and they just want to get better and better every time. Miss Avery McWhirter. AJ, I'm gonna cry. Man, AJ came to me over the summer and she said, Coach, I don't want to play on the varsity. I just want to play JV. I just want to have fun. I just want my senior year to be a blast. And no matter what we were doing, AJ was smiling. She was having a great time. Kids like Ayana make it fun because she just wants to enjoy the game. It's not about anything but just getting out there with her teammates and having a great time. In the middle of practice, things could be not going great and everybody else is upset, and AJ would just make some funny noise and make everybody laugh, and it just changes the whole atmosphere. So senior banner, Ayana James. Senior banner, Miss Josie Sands. And then the last senior banner goes to Tegan James. And Tegan is one of those kids that she gives it all every time. She gives it all, she lays it out there. She's hurt and she's saying, no, Coach, I can play. No, Coach, I can play. And I'm like, no, you can't. And she's like, no, I really can. And I'm like, no, you really can't. Let's take a few days and try to make it better. And she's like, Coach, I'll take a couple of weeks, but I want to play my senior night. I want to play those last couple of things. And I'm like, T, are you sure? It's not just about volleyball. You have basketball coming. And she's like, Coach, please just let me play. So I let her play. And she gave it everything that she could give me. And I can't ask for any more, T. Every time you gave it all. And then when volleyball was over, unfortunately for T, basketball didn't get to happen because she had to have surgery on that foot. But Miss Tegan James. Again, thank you ladies for everything, for the opportunity just to coach you. I love it. I love what I get to do. Community, thank you. I appreciate you all. I know as you come in, there were so many of you telling me that you're praying for me. I know that because if it wasn't for your prayers, I wouldn't be standing right here today. So I know that and I appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you and that I love you all and I can't wait to be back.
I'd like to introduce the coach. Two things about our coach. First of all, coach is a man's man. This boy, he don't play around. He's strictly business. But on a more funnier note, the first time I talked to coach and got to know him and started working with him, I let him know that Kegel's pretty crazy. He's got the kids coming up at like 5 a.m. every morning to do workouts, and he kills them and stuff like that. And I said, but no, it's no big deal. Kegel's been doing it for years. He's got it under control. The next morning, Kegel calls me or something and says, you won't believe this. Hensley just walked in and he started clapping saying, hey, let's get started. And he never missed a workout. He was there with those guys every morning, just coming in right out the gates, and he come in and motivated and made sure everybody was, and gave Coach Kegel a bunch of help. But anyways, I'd like to introduce Coach Hensley.
Thank you. Okay, high school softball. These young ladies were put into a position where they haven't been there very much. They weren't very comfortable doing it. They had to do hard things, and they had to do them every day, and they had to do them the best of their ability. And there's not many people that like to do that. Much less they would show up every day and do these uncomfortable, hard things, and they would do them with a smile on their face. So, if you ask yourself, what's high school sports about? This is really what it should be about. These young ladies have a really good foundation for life after this is done. I'm pretty proud of them, and it deserves some respect. All right, I'm going to call their names and come up and get your letter O. Josie Stamps. Ayana James. Brooklyn McVicker. Mackenzie Sims. Emma Coombs. Kaylee Blackwell. Dakota Lane. Braylon Forrest. Maddie Resendez. And Emma Martin. All right, let's get into some awards. The Co-Mustang Awards go to the two seniors. Really appreciate them. Really enjoyed having them on the team. One is Josie Stamps. And Ion James. The most valuable player, the young lady that never pitched, seemed to really enjoy it, got it over the plate consistently. It's a pretty important thing when you're talking about softball. Emma Coombs. All right, thank you all very much.
All right. Thank you, Coach Hensley. Okay, we're going to move on. This young man, he graduated from OK. He's not that young anymore. What'd you hit, 30? Are you 30 yet? No, hey, seriously. There's not a thing that Coach Kegel can't do. And there's not a thing that he won't do. Coach Kegel, high school baseball.
Can you imagine working out with Coach Hensley every morning? I don't know how old he is. First off, he can throw around
He's hyped up, more energy than you could ever imagine. And apparently he gives good public speeches. That was pretty good. All right, so for the spring season, pretty good season. Everyone knows the fall is tough for us because we play your Prestons and your Oaktahaws and in your bigger schools. But really prepared us. In the spring we went 9-9 going into playoffs. Only had to travel about 5 hours for our regional to play the number 3 in the state. But we did manage to get a district championship, so we'll take that all day. Lots of learning, growing, and a lot of dedication from the guys. I really appreciate you guys. You don't even know how much that means to me. It's hard to get up. Workouts at 7 a.m. If they're in SCCLA, a lot of those guys would come up at 6 a.m. And before we drove out on our 5-hour drive, there was even a handful that met me up there at 4 a.m. just so that they didn't miss a workout. I appreciate you guys. I got a long list of thank yous. I'll try to fly through them. Thank you to Coach Helms and Stan for helping run practice and doing the scorebook. Takes a lot off my plate. Miranda Brunson for doing Game Changer, streaming live, and always reminding me when our games are double booking school events. Whew. Ron Forrest for announcing when he was available. Kyla Clay for running concession gate and helping with all the Walmart pickups. Miss Simpson for always helping with the kids, the tournaments, and many other things. To the parents that help pay for meals, senior baskets, game pictures, and for the managers for doing all the stuff that gets overlooked. My wife Holly for all the sacrifices. Again, I'm gone a lot and she never complains. That may be a good thing or a bad thing. And to my daughters, Emma and Penelope, I love you too. All right, so before we give out plaques, I got a few certificates. We have 3 managers. Again, they'll do anything and everything you ask them. We got Case and Barrett. Come up and get your certificate. Barrett Collins. And Brady Work. We only forgot baseballs 1 game. We had 0 baseballs to warm up, and it was at Preston, Oklahoma. The last place you want to forget baseballs. All right, so let's introduce the team real quick with our letter O's. We got Austin Allen. David Brunson. Chase Clark. Brock Clay. Ryder Davison. Zane David. Jay Simpson. Gavin King. Kenyon Longshore. Calvin Longshore. Dave Piper. Trace McConnell. Stephen Murphy. Maddox Steele. Just a few certificates to give out. Tied for the most hits in the season, we had David Brunson and Maddox Steele. Most RBIs for the season, David Brunson.
Okay, we did a co-offense player of the year, strictly just based on stats. One of these guys led our teams in hits as well as doubles and RBIs, co-offense player of the year, David Brunson. Also led the team in most hits and the most singles, 18 for the season, Maddox Steele. Defense player of the year, going into playoffs, just had a little over a 1.2 ERA, 45 strikeouts, and only 25 innings pitched. That's pretty good. Chase Clark, defensive player of the year. Utility player of the year goes to a guy that does a little bit of everything, and trust me, I move him around like hotcakes. It's tough. Sometimes you got to play infield, sometimes you got to play outfield, sometimes you got to pitch, sometimes you pitch, sometimes you got to ride the pine. This guy will do whatever it takes for his teammates, and he never once said a word. Utility player of the year goes to David Brunson. Rookie of the year goes to a kid that you'll see here in a minute. You wouldn't guess he could cover some ground, but he does. Diving plays, double plays, and he's the definition of elevate and celebrate. Rookie of the year goes to Keegan Murphy. Most valuable player goes to a guy that batted .538, on base percentage of .639. The only guy to hit a home run, and the only guy to strike out only one time the entire season. Most valuable player goes to Chase Clark. Next we're going to pass out senior banners. And the culture here is just different. We're so different on so many levels. Not just winning. That stuff takes time and it takes hard work, but we got really good guys. They're good role models. They're good people to be around, and we couldn't do it without the seniors. Our first senior, Austin Allen. Chase Clark. The coach may have lied to him, but we did get him a banner. Talon Longshore. Thanks, everybody. All right. I definitely have nothing mean or mouthy to say now that he's taking over the mic. But I will say, I really am appreciative of Coach Mack stepping back in and taking over the girls basketball team this past year. Your high school basketball, girls basketball, Coach Mack.
I'm a little bit nervous. I speak for a living anymore. I'm used to doing safety security stuff, so it'll be nice. My wife did tell me to be nice tonight. She was babysitting my granddaughter, and so I promised her I would not say anything, and Chad has the mic pass. So, by the way, I graduated from OK too. Ladies, come on up. Let's just do it this way. There's so few of them. Normally we didn't have this many in practice because most of the time I had injuries. Really? My manager, where's my manager? You know, manager, stand up real quick. You can just stay right there. I don't have to come up here. awkward is they're all standing here, and for once, nobody has a brace on. It was an odd season. I can honestly say that in my few years of coaching, altogether, I've never had as many injuries as we had this year. And that was the first for me. And learning how to coach and practice with 5 and 6, 7 girls at a time can be difficult. So I appreciate you guys for putting up with me. And hopefully next year's a little bit better year, especially with injuries. So our letter O awards. Addie Randall. Sam Beth. Zoe Bull. Layla Paris. Chloe Evans. Tiggy James. Jaden Berry. Kaylee Blackwell. And Jessica. Jesselyn Bashir. Jesselyn thought I didn't know her name, but I just nicknamed everybody named Jess. I mean, why? Like the first 2 practices. Okay, so these awards that we're giving out now, these are all based on stats. I want to thank my father-in-law and my son for keeping up with those. I know I'm a horseshoe rear on stats and keeping up with them because I'm very finicky about them and how they're done, and they've done a really good job. So thank you, Mr. Hancock. All right, here we go. Most steals, Zoe Wilson. Most blocks, Addie Randall. Offensive rebounds, Chloe Eccles. Most assists, Zoe Fulton. Most points, Jaden Berry. Three-point percentage, Zoe Fulton. Defensive rebounds, Chloe Eccles. Free throw percentage, Zoe Fulton. Oh yeah, we had a tie on the free throw. If these stats were within like a point, we did give 2 of them on there because it's kind of difficult on some of those. So free throw percentage also went to Jaden Barrett. 2-point percentage goes to Addie Randall. And then the field goal percentage, for those of you who don't know, field goal is a combination of both the 2-point percentage and the 3-point percentage. That goes to Addie Randall also. And Coach messed up, but 3-point percentage should have been Jaden Barrett also. We had 2 on that. So I give a newcomer award. Would give a freshman award, but she's only a freshman, so we'll leave it at that. But the newcomer, I got to give it up to both Kaylee Blackwell and Jesselyn Bashir. And the highest efficiency rating. So when you take these stats and you give them a plus and a minus, and it's a long explanation, so I'll leave it at that. And combine all of them together, that gives you an efficiency rating. And it also shows the girls kind of what they're doing each game. Because after every game, normally that night we posted the stats on our little group stuff on there so they can see what they're doing and what they're capable of, okay? So the highest efficiency rating for the season goes to Jaden Barrett. And for defensive And I'm gonna forget some people here. Y'all keep standing there. If I got standing here, you guys stand there. Thank you to my scorekeepers. Coach Hensley's wife filled in. Ms. Hancock's done it for years for me. She could almost coach for me, and sometimes she does. And thank you for that. Tegan filled in a couple of times and did a really good job, especially on the fly, so we had a lot of filling on that. Beth, where you at, Beth? Beth for taking care of our uniforms every time. We just have a lot of people that help out. And you guys, a lot of you guys don't see the behind the scenes of these people helping out. You know, I'm forgetting some people, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to leave you with two things, okay? First of all, if you don't know God, get to know Him. If you need help with that, come see me. Secondly, don't drink your bath water. Have a good night.
Thank you, Coach. All right. I'll get going right now for high school basketball. And who knows what else, but we got us a list, and I'm going to knock it out. Believe it or not, I think we're about finished after me, so let's see how fast I can do this. I want to first say thanks to Doug and Michelle Jackson, the owners of Canebrake, for having us. This is awesome. They did all this work for us. And then, I guaranteed I want to say thank you to my wife and my family for all they do during the seasons and the school years every year. I also want to say thank you to Jason Stamps. He's live streaming tonight, and you know, there's a lot of funny stories about the live stream, but he's grown this thing to be one of the best. And I'll tell you more stories down the line, but we get a lot of compliments on how good our live stream is. And then he threw in also Mr. Ron Forrest, who is here, who, you know, they make all these trips. The easy part's to be at the game, but then they have to drive to all these places. You know, we went to Enid 2 or 3 times. We went to Ripley. We drive 2.5 hours, and they're there just so everyone that doesn't want to make or that can't make it or lives out of town, they get to watch. So really give it up for Jason Stamps and Ron Forrest. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Hayes, our superintendent. He's always there, and he's helped me through the day and through the year with anything. He's always asking me, hey, need anything? You need any help? When he can tell things are kind of wild, and he's always been there. So thank you, Mr. Hayes. All right, just about 20 more. I'm going to go down the list here. I want to say thank you to Leanne McWhirter, Michaela Clark, and Mike Smith. They have, for multiple years, they've done free physicals for our kids, and that's never happened. Normally, it's, you know, everybody's paying, but they literally give us free physicals for the student athletes every year. And by the way, we already chose the date, May 28th, 4 p.m. So, no, thank y'all very much. All right, along with that live stream, I hope they're here, but Trace McConnell and Zane David, are they here? We wouldn't have to ask Jason the truth. I'm not sure how much work they did, but Jason says they did a little bit, so appreciate you guys. All right, I want to go on down to Mr. Brad McWhirter. If you don't know Brad, he's willing to help with everything. He's now running the Mustang AAU. He jumped in on the music, the sound system, the scoreboard, anything. When something falls through, Brad's there, and he picks it up. And so thank you, Brad. I want to say thank you to the man that if you dare talk to him during the game or question him, his line is, if you can do it better, come on down. But I want to say thank you to Stan the Man for running that score. Now that we have security at all our games, because that's just what we have to do nowadays, it's not me getting in the middle of Stan and those fans. I just send that Stan. I'm not dare getting in front of Stan when he gets mad. I don't know if y'all seen that. Joking, Stan. We love you, bud. Coach Hensley's wife, she's not here, but maybe she's watching. Thanks for stepping in during the scorebook like Coach Mack mentioned. I want to say thanks to Miss Beth Walker. Picture this, we get home, the game's over, we get home at 11 a.m. She's there, not going to miss a game. And now we play the next day, say 10 a.m. Shoot, say we play the next day in the evening. There's about 40 uniforms that need to be washed. She not only washed them, she folded them, she packed them, she stacked them. That was something that was impossible for us to do. I mean, I already do all the laundry at home. Now, I sure didn't want to do it. No, seriously, it was huge. So thank you, Beth. I want to say thanks to Miss Simpson, and all I did on my notes was just type everything in all caps. Miss Simpson all she does is show up when there's something that needs to be done. She just jumps on it, and then it's fixed. So Miss Simpson, I know you're here, but I want to say thanks to Miss Simpson. All right, almost. I want to say thanks to Blake and Julie Allison for setting up the hospitality room during we hosted regionals this year. And I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. There was more hands in that, but they kind of overseen it and got everybody on it, right? I don't know if thank you. And then the scary one for somebody like me to say thank you to is all the families that helped run the concession stand. Because if I start, we had a list, we named them, but we knew we were going to leave somebody off. But you know, Kyla Clay, she got it started a lot, like startup. When nobody was there, she's out there warming it up. But the concession stand, by far, and my wife confirmed this, it's the absolute worst job you could ever do during a game. And there's people stepping up and doing it every night. So, Kyla, thanks for kind of overseeing that for us. I want to say thank you to the coaches. And luckily I've already spoke, so I won't try to go through it again because I'll get choked up just knowing what all to go through. But you know, it's just a fun year when you get good people like this. So coaches, thank you very much. All right, and then I'd like to say thank you to Michael Mace. I'm not going to dare try to say what he does, but I will say my story about Michael. Come on up here, Michael, if you got a chance. All right? I don't really know Michael, so I'm taking a risk right now to give him this microphone. But, you know, Michael showed up to one of our, Mace showed up for one of our games, and all of a sudden all these kids start swarming around him. Well, what's the first thing that administrators do? They start freaking out thinking, what's going to go on? What's going to happen? So I move on down there towards the end, and I'm sitting close to him. He's organizing chants and all this stuff, and I'm like, this is not going to be good. But honestly, it was great. He wasn't yelling at the other team. He was just supporting the Mustangs, and he put it out there online for us. He gave Mustangs and Lady Mustangs. He gave the teams a lot of credit and he didn't even know us. So he stuck his neck out there, bragged on us, talked about us, and really just let the community or the area know about the Mustangs and the Lady Mustangs. I'm going to let him say a couple words.
We pulled up. Try to keep it short and sweet. So I made a video about this team, best duo out there, and then I get a message like 11 at night. Trap City. The one, it's just Trapper. He's like, you want to see a real duo, you want to see a real rowdy crowd, you come to OK. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So I'll make this video long, talking crazy, talking about CC, Chase Clark over there jumping over trees, Trapper's long arms, just defenses on lock. And they made me a banner, put it up on the wall with the quote and all that. And, you know, I just want to say thank you guys. My heart's with OK. Deuce, I love you. Thank you guys. That's it.
All right, let's rock and roll. Hey, I'm going to put that out there. This is the 23rd year for me to stand these stages. And this is the first year that I've eaten before this. Like, I had some dinner tonight, so I don't know. It only took me 23 years to relax and calm down, so it's going to be a good night. High school boys basketball, march your way up here quickly. Line up here in the center. And managers, come on, managers. All right. Letter O's. All right, managers first. Brady Work. Jason Barry. Garrett Collins. All right, these managers work their tails off. They get bossed around quite a bit. But I guess that's what you do when you're that low man on the totem pole, huh? Now they're freshmen. They'll be bossing those 8th graders around on their own next year. Whoever that is. All right? Hey, so here we go. Letter O's. Trapper Walker. Braden Fleetwood. Ethan Murphy. Gavin King. Kenny Longshore. Logan Shook. Chase Clark. Kobe Nunez. That's Kobe. Jackson Milligan. Talon Longshore. I know Jackson. Maddox Steele. Jay Simpson. David Brunson. Austin Allen. Ryder Davison. Rylan Austin. Bentley Meeks. Brock Clay. Gentlemen, did anyone not receive a letter? Yes. All right, take a seat, take a seat. Hey, I kind of hesitated when I said Ryder's name. I was shocked he was in here. When I was driving in, I saw those good-looking ponds along the road. I thought for sure he was over there fishing those ponds. Probably afterwards. All right? So here we are. We'll start with these. We'll start with the medallions. This year, I call it the gym rat. I tell all the boys, be a gym rat. No matter what it takes, be a gym rat. Live in that gym. Get better. Make it part of your daily routine. And some taking up on it. And so we're calling it the Rat Pack this year. So the first member of the Rat Pack is Gavin King. Braden Fleetwood. Logan Shook. Chase Clark. Trapper Walker. Talon Longshore. And Ryder Iceman Davison. Hey, we hope this Rat Pack increases. And I think it will. But, it's putting time in on your own time to try to get better. And it pays off. I've seen it pay off multiple years in a row for people. All right, so we're going to, up next, we'll go with all conference. And the first all conference player is Braden Fleetwood. Trapper Walker. And Austin Allen. Like Coach Max said, those are voted on at a meeting by our conference, the teams that are in our conference. And we also won the conference championship this year. And Coach Mack and the girls did also. I'm almost positive. I don't want to misquote that, but I'm pretty sure both OK girls and boys won the conference this year. And so that's a positive right there. Okay. Okay. this young man, you know, all coaches, I always hear them say we need a coach on the court, coach on the court. And it's kind of hard, you know, when you're young, you're bashful, you're not confident in what you're going to say, or you don't want to kind of ruffle anybody's feathers out there. And we definitely were blessed with a coach on the court about Christmas time this year. Somebody who was vocal, sometimes too vocal. Like, there's a fine line, but I'll tell you, he was helping on defense, coaching them up, telling the players who to guard, who not to guard. He was very encouraging, but the coach on the court this year was Talon Longshore. All right, we've got two young men that's going to go for the Rookie of the Year or a Rising Star, but there's so many rising stars down there at that 9th and 10th grade age. I just went with Rookie of the Year. Two guys, if they keep their heads on straight, and basketball is important to them, then they have a great chance to really be a good player very soon. Rookie of the Year, Kobe Nunez and Brady Fleetwood. All right, we're at regionals, and we were at Ripley playing the home team on their court in regionals. Of course, I thought we was getting ripped off by the refs, but that's normal anyway. So after watching the game film, I was wrong on half the calls that I thought I was right about, and I wish I had the ref's phone number. I'd call and apologize to him. But anyways, we're playing. We can't pull this game. We can't get the lead. It's just back and forth, can't get the lead. But then all of a sudden, with no time left, there was a shot heard around the world. Shot of the year, Austin Allen. You know, when you make one of those shots, I don't think I know I didn't. I wish I would have, but when you make one of those shots, you don't know how you're going to react. Do you just go crazy? Do you play it cool and act like you meant to do it? What do you do? Well, me and the rest of the team, we went crazy. We weren't too cool. Mr. Cool here, he just acted like he's done it every day. We couldn't even get him to even jump up and down, but inside I bet he was glowing. All right. Offensive Player of the Year. He had a 52-point game. Not a big deal, but no, I'm just joking. He had 52 points in one game. Offensive Player of the Year. Oh, and that 52 points was just in a little over 3 quarters. It wasn't even a 4-quarter game. But anyways, Offensive Player of the Year, Chase Clark. This next one here, before every game, he would tell us, I'm guarding him. It didn't matter if it was a bad matchup, good matchup. It didn't matter if we thought he needed to guard somebody else that was like in his position or in his area. He always wanted to guard the best player. And it worked a few times. Like we won some big games, specifically a Fort Gibson tournament, not one, maybe 2 games at the Fort Gibson tournament. And it was just because this young man was guarding the other team's best player. Defensive Player of the Year, no doubt about it. He's got fight, he's got grit. Trapper Walker. All right. Man, I wish I could get through these funny jokes I got on the back of this, but I know y'all get bored. So, the next award, well, I'll get through one of them first. It might not be a record, so I'll never say school record because we have no idea, and I wouldn't claim that unless we were 100% for sure. But I do know that he scored 2,152 points in his career, and we got him a plaque for it. A 2,000-point record holder, Chase Clark. Chase gets to be coached by a good coach for the first time in his career. Because it won't be me anymore. But so no, Chase is going to go play basketball at NSU. You know, speaking of how good our live stream was, this is one of my jokes. But you know, most kids, they get recruited and and the coach comes and watches them one time. You know, they're like, oh man. I mean, it's happened to me. I remember a couple of players I've had that I said, hey, I don't know if I should tell you this or not, but the college coach come to watch tonight. Well, for Chase, they watched him every night on live stream, and he knew it because after the game, before the game was even over, these guys have already texted saying, the NSU coaches, Coach Havens and Coach Ruger, they've already texted saying, wow, good game, wow, tough win, wow, great job. So I can't imagine the pressure, you know, to play when you know your college coaches are basically evaluating you every night, not just one night, but more or less every night. They did show in person sometime or another, and I was more nervous than Chase was probably every time. But you know, he handled it really well, and the MVP for this year's team is Chase Clark. You know, in 1998, I got a lot of 1998 stories. These boys can tell you every one of them. But man, in 1998, now that I don't have to coach those guys anymore, I can actually tell them the truth. Honestly, I couldn't dribble. Honestly, I could hit a shot, but I was wide open. Honestly, there sure enough wasn't a time that I was double teamed and stuff like that. But there's one thing I can do better than any of them boys, especially Chase. I could out-rebound them every night. That's a big-time joke. I would show them how to block out about once a day, and then they'd all just turn around and make fun of me when I was doing it with my 1998 blockout motion. But it worked. It worked. I got my coach here. He can tell you how to do it. All right. I'm done with that. Okay, so now if I'm not off here, I'm going to hand this to Coach Cagle real quick.
All right, I think I got to hand this over in case Coach is kind of sappy. Everything we talk about next has been well earned, and I got a story after these are over. A couple certificates, a couple jackets over here. The Muskogee Phoenix All-Tournament Team MVP goes to Chase Clark. The Riverside Athletic Conference All-Tournament MVP, voted on by the coaches, Chase Clark. Oklahoma Basketball Coaches Association, Region 3, All-Region Team, Chase Clark. OCA All-Star by class with a jacket, Chase Clark. And the Oklahoma Coaches Association All-State Basketball Team with the jacket, Chase Clark. If you're sitting there wondering how that's possible, first off, it's not. It's almost impossible. A quick story for all you young guys who just kind of wondering what it takes, and I have no clue. I have no clue, but I pride myself into showing up to school first every single day. There will not be a single person that meets me there. But I showed up on a random Tuesday and Chase's truck's out front. And two things. I walk in at 5:30. We don't work out till 7 o'clock. And Chase was pumping iron, listening to Christian pop at 5:30 in the morning. So I was real thrown off. I'm like usually listening to Enter Sandman or something. And I said, Chase, why are you here at 5:30? He said, Coach, I got to leave early. I have surgery on my ankle in Tulsa here in a little bit. That's what it takes.
recognize these seniors real quick. Man, I'm glad Cable did that for me. All right, let's go Chase Clark, senior banner. Austin Allen, senior banner. Trevor Walker, senior banner, and Calvin Longshore, senior banner. All right, next. All right, hey, Mr. Hancock, come here for a second. Okay, Coach Mack already said thank you. I'm going to say thank you a little more. I've got notes on here, and these notes say, the one person that I can text at midnight, 1 a.m., basketball shooting video, basketball play, and he guaranteed he's awake, and him and I talk a lot of times late at night about ball. On this ball, I wrote the best basketball mind I know. Mr. Hancock has been a mentor for me since high school. We're showing our appreciation for him keeping stats for so many years. Stay right here, Mr. Hancock. Stay right here. And you know, when you get older, I'm learning this now because I'm getting older. You got to bring in that young gun to do to do more work. You just can't handle it anymore. So that's what I got right here. But anyways, Mr. Hancock brought in him a young gun, a guy I used to coach, a young man who I think a lot of, but Caden McMahon also received team ball. Okay. This might actually be it. I'm shocked. It's still daylight. Man, we're breaking records. The next award. All right. So, anyways, like I said about Mr. Hancock, you know, there's a story on here that I'll mess up on, but I remember in high school, 1998, I remember receiving a card from this family and just said how much they appreciated, you know, watching me play or watching me, just, you know, they're always there. And so, you know, Coach Mack said she could be the coach or helping coach. Well, I guarantee if there's many times through my years that I sat down on that bench and I said, man, what do you think about that call? And if she said, that's a horrible call, I'd jump back up and got back on that referee. If she said, not that bad, then I just chilled out. But I mess it up so much because I get choked up or I go on and on. But I've looked up to these folks my whole life. And I'm 46. I've been at OK my entire life. 51 years of dedicated service to OK Public Schools, Kathy Hancock. Place. All right. Hey, I hope it was smooth for everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope we didn't take up too much time. If we left you out, man, we thought about this since a couple Mondays ago, just to make sure. So we really apologize. But the main thing is, your kids are the way they are because of you. So thank you, and thanks for being here.